Hey everyone, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, just plain welcome. On Tuesday, I gave you a ton of reasons to absolutely despise the ATF and to potentially, why it should probably be abolished. Just my take on that, but, today I'm going to give you an even bigger one. See, it starts with a Freedom of Information Act request by the Gun Owners Foundation. This is the foundation aspect of Gun Owners of America. They asked a simple question. They wanted any and all records pertaining to a surveillance system that was keeping track and monitoring lawful gun sales in the United States. Now that's a bold ask there, because this sounds an awful lot like it would be a de facto gun registry, mostly because it is. Well, they got records. Okay. For the last 18 months, they've been under a gag order where they can't release them. See, the ATF says there's some information in there that needs to be redacted. It shouldn't have been released. We need to claw that back. GOF says can't do that. That's wrong. They've got a whole filing. But I'm going to have the filing down in the description so you can read it yourself. But for me, the takeaway is, as bad as this is the fact that A, records exist, and B, that according to the filing, according to the motion, asking for the gag order to be lifted, they note that information that should be redacted is on 38 of 115 pages. Why the hell are there 115 pages on something that shouldn't even exist? This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why the hell is the ATF monitoring lawful gun sales? They can't be asked to actually catch people breaking gun laws. They get a phone call, hey, this dude stole a gun from me and I'm a gun dealer. And they're like, call the local cops. They claim local police arrests all the time. Earlier this week, there was a police raid in Texas. Federal agents raided a guy who had 50 guns. He was a convicted felon and couldn't own them lawfully. It wasn't the ATF that did it. It was the FBI. Where the hell is the FBI on these things? Why are they snooping around, trying to look at what you're saying on a gun forum? Why are they monitoring your lawful gun sales, your lawful gun purchases, putting them in some kind of a database? Why are they tracking this instead of actually going after people who steal guns or felons who obtain 50 firearms? Now, I'm not going to say that's an insane number of guns. I know people have more. But they're all law-abiding citizens. They have no felony convictions. They can own as many guns as they want. This guy was a felon. He was a nonviolent felon. Apparently was arrested for drug dealing. But he's still a felon, and under federal law, he still can't own guns. The ATF was nowhere to be seen in that. They were nowhere to be seen in a bunch of other things. But they'll claim credit for cops and the arrests they make. But they will snoop around and look at what you, a law-abiding American citizen, is doing. It's insane. It is absolutely bonkers. They're trying to act like business as usual. They're not wanting to return force reset triggers. This is something that dropped yesterday. They're wanting people whose property they said, you better send in or you're going to jail. They now want them to undergo a background check to get a firearm part that is not controlled under law. Under federal law, force reset triggers are not controlled. They want people to have to go through a background check, fill out paperwork, and all this other stuff in order to get their property back. That was bad. This is worse. This is worse. This is a gun registry. That is illegal under federal law. I've already said that, but it needs to be repeated a lot. Right? We are not supposed to have to deal with this now. When Donald Trump won in November, he ran as a pro-gun candidate. Now, I wasn't real thrilled with the idea of Pam Bondi in the Attorney General's office, but hey, as long as she did what she was told, all would be well. The deadline for her report on unconstitutional gun laws expired on Sunday. I don't know if she's turned that in. I don't know if she's handled any of that. Right? I'm willing to give some benefit of the doubt that maybe she hadn't been public. Kash Patel, as director of the ATF, warmed my heart. I was thrilled with the idea, especially if it meant eventually the ATF would be dissolved and merged with the FBI. Because the FBI can make headlines with so many other ways. They're not going to manufacture nonsense just to justify their budget. They've got enough other ways to do that. Now, I'm not saying they're completely trustworthy. There's work that would need to be done. But I was hopeful this is where we were going. I'm praying that's where we're going now even more, because there is no way this should happen. And the thing is, we don't even know how it's working, right? There's a gag order. Gun Owners Foundation has the paperwork. They know what's going on. They cannot talk about it. They can't share this information with us, the people who are genuinely concerned, the people who are showing up in these databases, the people who are being spied upon and tracked by our own government for doing nothing except exercising a constitutionally protected right to keep and bear arms. I'd like to make some jokes. I'd love to crack some. I like humor. I like snark. That's if you've read my writing, you know that's kind of my vibe. I got nothing here. I have absolutely nothing except rage. Okay? I am infuriated right now that this is happening. In fact, I'm so infuriated because I covered this earlier for bearing arms, and I'm talking about it here on YouTube because I am that angry. Heads. Pikes. Some assembly required. For legal reasons, my attorney tells me I should probably clarify that I mean metaphorically. Okay, mostly. But the truth is, someone should lose their job over this, right? And they should lose it publicly and loudly. Now, I know they'll probably land with Giffords or Brady or, Everytown or some BS like that. But be that as it may, they should not work in federal service ever again, right? They shouldn't be allowed to volunteer at a voting precinct. They shouldn't be allowed anywhere near anything that looks like federal service ever again. And really, they should be blacklisted at the state level in all 50 states. This is a violation, not just of the law, but in the trust the American public is expected to give our government. Now, they've always done some shady stuff. We've known that, right? It's what they do, right? There's always been warrantless surveillance happening. There's, the days of J. Edgar Hoover listening in places he didn't have any business listening. That was a thing. And it's outraged the American public every time. This news broke last night. I haven't seen it at any mainstream media publication as of recording this video. Right? The only people I've heard talking about it are the gun rights community. That's it. This is absolutely insane. Head should roll. I mean, I'm sick of talking about the ATF. I'm sick of it. I wanted to find something else to cover today, but I can't let this one go, folks. I can't. I can't do it. More importantly, I won't do it because this matters. There is no reason to track where law-abiding gun owners are buying firearms. There's no reason to track lawful gun owners in any way except to maintain a database when you want to take them. Gun registration leads to confiscation. That's what we're looking at. The ATF doesn't view us as Americans. They view us as the enemy. If you're an ATF agent and you're going to sit here and try to tell me, no, I don't look at the American people that way. Well, great. You need to look at your bosses and ask them how they view us. because their actions speak so much louder than your words ever could. It would behoove you to look for new employment, because this cannot be allowed to stand. I'm hoping we start seeing hearings on Capitol Hill about the absolute insanity we get from the ATF. This is a rogue agency, and they need to be brought to heel, and done so aggressively. If it means purging the entire agency of all personnel, up to and including the frickin' janitor, so be it. We don't have time for this. These are our rights. Back the fuck off. All right. My blood pressure's getting a little high here. I don't have high blood pressure. That's how pissed I am. But I want to know what you think. Am I overreacting? Am I completely on target with this? Tell me what you think. Agree, disagree, whatever. All comments are good for the algorithm. Even if you tell me to go perform anatomically improbable sexual acts upon my own person. That helps too. So thanks, guys. While you're down there, do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm pretty sure most of you aren't going to like this content. You're not going to like what I'm talking about. But if you like that you finally heard about what they've been doing, and you think we should get more details, that the gag order should be lifted, hit the like button. If you want to support the channel, I've got an affiliate link down for the Liberty Shop. It's got all kinds of cool Liberty-themed products, homeware, drinkware, the works. You should check it out. Everything you buy there kicks a little bit of money to me, helps me support this channel since YouTube won't monetize me just yet. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up here and probably drink heavily for the rest of the day, because it's just so much better than what I want to do. And on that note, I will catch you all in the next video.